Hi YouTube, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. I was a little tired yesterday. I had went out and put some straw in my horse's barn for her and the chicken, and it was really cold out. And then I spent a major part of the day looking at guitars online, and I still didn't come to a conclusion of which one I want. So, um, waiting for another guy that has a brand new one that was on Craigslist to see if he calls back. And then I found one that's about probably 100 miles away. So, but it's a nice one, never been used, and it's like, oh, so I don't know. Just shopping around. So it was sort of a busy day, and I thought, I'll give it a break for a day and make sure I get on here for Karen's birthday. So, yeah. And I did tell Doug, and he's happy you're having a good day. Hopefully, you have the best. So, yeah. Let's see. What else is new? Um, mm, I'm sure a lot of you in the United States heard we're going to give $54 billion of aid to other countries. Trump wants 5.6 billion to build the wall to keep us safe and keep the drugs out and stop the human trafficking that's going down on the border there. And excuse me, I'll put a light on here. That probably help. Yeah, a little better. So uh, excuse me. Yeah, that's crappy. I don't blame him for his fight that he's trying to fight here for us. I mean, and I really highly have my doubts that these countries where that money is going to and all that stuff is even actual. How do we know? And it is our tax money. You know, we're literally feeding other countries. I mean, I don't have an issue with that per se. I do have an issue with the Democrats not building the wall. I do have an issue that they think it's okay to give aid to other countries but not protect her own citizens, you see. So, yeah, I got issues with this, you know, but I hope Trump sticks his guns. And I hope the people like the servicemen and women that need their paychecks and stuff that maybe some other community help churches, whatever, could help supplement their needs until they can get back on their feet or something like that. Like praying for a miracle there because this is baloney, you know? And there is nothing wrong with that wall. It is the best idea. I worked down in Phoenix. I had to give up my job basically, take less pay because Hispanics were taking, illegals were taking my job and making my income less. So, I mean, it's nothing wrong with people working hard, but when they're working under the table and you have to declare your taxes and they don't, they're making just as much as you, that's ridiculous. Otherwise, I'd be like, hey, who needs walls? Who needs borders? Who cares? That's really how I feel in the depths of my heart. But with all the human trafficking and child labor, I live next door. My friend had her child taken over into Mexico. Another one was taken right off the school bus in front of these two little kids that live next door another time. So, I mean, yeah, this stuff is real. So, yeah. And the mules and the drugs and, you know, all that. Anything that can help deter that to keep us safer, um, I'm all for that. So, yeah. So, yeah, I had quite a bit on my mind. I don't know. um, I'll think of it. I'll just hang with you here for a little while. Yeah. So, yeah, I had a, like I say, kind of a rather busy day yesterday. Today, kind of usual stuff. Oh, let's see here. Oh, yeah. I really still cannot get over why somebody would even comment on my channel when I would never dream of going to their channel. I mean, they obviously, if you're going to comment a rude comment, I mean, and you don't like me, then why even say anything? You know, why waste your time and my time? Doesn't it make you feel like a low life? Seriously? Like, or don't you feel like something's wrong inside you? You know? So I feel like there's something wrong inside you. It's like somebody, like me going over to somebody's house that I don't like just to say something horrible to them, you know, knock, knock. Who's there? It's me. Blah, 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 you know, then walk away. It's like, in essence, you're coming into my home, literally, and spewing your garbage and then leaving. When you know, if you were here, it wouldn't go down like that. I'd at least be able to open the door and help guide you out, you know. But if you want to look like a retard in front of the whole world, that's your choice. And I won't mention anybody's name, but, or me, I might. I might. This one in particular has fake ass hair and was talking about me looking like a witch. It's like, I would like to see the size of your ass. Sorry, ladies. Um, because if it looks like your mouth and your fake hair, it's probably pretty ugly, like you came off to me. So, there, post mortem. Anyway, yeah, had to get that out. I feel better now. Thanks for asking. Oh, yeah, Doug and I were debating this morning about people and their souls and whether or not, you know, everybody's going to go to heaven or not. And I said, it says, and I know every knee shall bow, you know, and every heart will repent. I said, here's a for instance, speaking of like a evil child or a very dark soul. I said, could you walk up to your kid, grab the back of her hair, and slice her throat? Because, like, doesn't matter. You know, if somebody's so dark, they don't matter. He said, well, of course not. And I said, well, that's how God feels. It doesn't matter how dark this person or how long it's going to take them to get to that point because everybody's at different levels. So, but there is going to come a day, it's called for me in my heart the smackdown day. That's the day when God says, time's up. That's coming soon to a theater near you. Because I really do passionately feel, like I was talking about, like two ladies walking away, say if we were at a party and everything was going down like Sodom and Gomorrah, and there was only two of us, or even I mean, unfortunately, I never had a friend, a woman around me that felt that same way, that would walk away with me. But I have literally walked over 20 miles different times in my life from situations just like that. And even another guy walking out, and I'm out there, and like surprise, disgusted looks on our face that were mutual and speechless, you know, because if it was our spouses, and what do you say? You know, what can you say? You know, they put you in a position where you have really absolutely nobody to talk about it. Well, that's why I'm out here. God said talk, because the ones that are like that and the ones that feel lonely like that in their hearts, that's why I'm out here. So the ones that want to live their little Sodom and Gomorrah lifestyles, um, that'll end. Your time's about up. But for another woman to come over here and call me names, you know, it's like, you gotta really feel low. Do you have children inside that brain? Did God grace you with somebody to take care of? Do you have a mother? I wonder. Do you cruel people evidently didn't have mothers? Maybe that's the issue. Well, it's a matter of grow up. I was an orphan and I don't act like garbage, so grow the F up, you know? Seriously. I had a video copyrighted, The Logical Song by Supertramp. It's like, and I wrote him, how can me singing be copyrighted? Unless it was just the title, but I had music notes in front of it. It's like, oh, I don't know. Who knows what they do or why? Yeah, because of the lyrics in the song. If you want to hear a song that really describes my childhood, it's called The Logical Song. It describes it perfectly. So, yeah. Then I like their song. Well, it's off the album Breakfast in America, and I like Take the Long Way Home too. That's a really good song. The whole album's really good. One of the coolest things to me was working out on ranches in Montana, and I couldn't get like any radio stations that were good rock and roll except for like in Billings, Montana. And Missoula had a rock station, but typically when I was out on the ranches and places, all I could have was like my cassette player. And so I like would wear out cassette tapes, you know, and that was one of them that like I always had. I had Eagles Hotel California and Bob Seger, Night Moves and Supertramp and REO Speedwagon and just some of my regular standbys. Oh, I loved it when Meatloaf came out with "Bad Out of Hell" because the one lyrics to that one song when him and that woman are singing, and he said, I couldn't take it anymore, and Lord, I was crazy, and a feeling came upon me like a tidal wave, I started swearing to my God and to my mother's grave that I would love you till the end of time. And now I'm praying for the end of time. So hurry up, man, arrive. Because if I have to spend another second with you, I don't think that I could really survive. I'll never break my promise or forget my vows, but God only knows that I could do it right now. So I'm praying for the end of time so I could end my time with you. That was my theme song when I got my divorce. Well, I kicked him out and went and got a legal separation. So, yes, love that song. The whole album, actually. Like the dashboard lights. You can see paradise by the dashboard lights. Like he's in his car, just, you know. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Well, that's probably about it for right now. I will be back. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one through. I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing okay and just had a tiring day yesterday and thought I'll give it a break instead of screaming at somebody that called me a witch. It's like, nah, just get back on here and say shame on you. Um, you're a rude woman, and if you want to come back as a friend, I might like to get to know you, but you're probably not a very nice person. So um, look in the mirror and see if you actually love yourself. And when you do look in the mirror, just remember that Barbara Susan Weiss doesn't look like a witch. She looks like an almost 61-year-old beautiful woman with God in her heart, and you're a crude girl. And I know that. So your words say it all. What I wouldn't say, you would say, says it all. Doesn't it, people? Like another guy calling a friend of mine at SOB. I'm thinking, wow, you just really crossed that freaking line. Way crossed that line. In fact, I would really probably, if I had a glass of water and somebody said that in front of a friend of mine to a friend of mine, I'd probably right in their face and say, get out and don't come back. Low life. So, yeah, that's really, I'm serious. Water guns don't kill people either. And that's the people I wish I had like a bazooka gun. I could just set them right in front of me and just pump water right in their face until they're begging for like, ah, ah, you know. So I know God will make you feel like that for being low. You didn't hurt my feelings, and you didn't piss me off. You gave me a feeling of pity. Um, I really pity that in a person. It's like, and then people that have lied about me and said things about me or not told the truth about me, whatever, like keeping things from people, which is called misprison. Um, it's the hiding of the truth. All y'all will get yours. That's okay. Little by little, you'll see my strength shining through, that you aren't going to get rid of me. And oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I will stick around for a minute. I was going to say, why doesn't Mattel make, instead of just Barbies, I want to see a Shriner doll. I want to see Eastern Star dolls. I want to see dolls like in every city with our Chamber of Commerce. And um, I want to have more dolls of the queens and kings of the planet. You know why? Yes, that's why. It's called voodoo. Just like the Barbie doll, they thought that was funny to make a year after I was born. Or when I was, they started designing it, with the voodoo in mind. And I know. So, um, yeah, I don't like them. So I'm calling for Mattel to make Masonic dolls. Just call them the illuminated ones or the elite or something stupid on there. Um, or the gods of the earth. That's funnier than hell if you think about it. Could you see some little kid popping the head off of one of the gods of the earth? Now that's funny. Oh, I thought you were God. Oops. Oh, yeah. No? Didn't like that feeling. Oh, here's an arm or a leg. Yeah, that would be a riot. Entirely cool. That's a good idea, Mattel. Anybody work for a toy company or doll making? I used to make dolls. I could make a Shriner doll. Yeah, take its hat off. What's under a Shriner's cap? Idiot. That's gonna pay for their misdeeds. Yeah, so anyway. Okay, that's enough for now. I love you all. I'll be back later. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.